Welcome folks to Kick Weekly with Tim Wheaton. And we are the weekly kickboxing podcast breaking down all the latest fights and news in the world of kickboxing. But to be completely honest with you folks, looking at last weekend, looking at this coming weekend, it's been a bit of a slow week in the news and fights of kickboxing. So I thought, let's do something a little bit fun. Let's do something a little bit different. And this is a good way to get everybody arguing and disagreeing with me. The following is your favorite kickboxing fighters as characters in Skyrim. Now let's start with the easy one, just to set the tone as to what you're doing. You already know what it is. Who's the Giant? It's Semi-Shield. The Giant is a dangerous character at any point, no matter what level you're on. The Giant is extremely dangerous to you. Also, you notice the similarities in the height and ability to hit exceptionally hard. What about Buakaw? An ancient and important figure in history of kickboxing and Muay Thai, has legends about him and has inspired people, and also is still competing today. Well, that is naturally an ancient vampire. Someone extremely strong, someone extremely dangerous, been around forever, and just cannot seem to stop. We have the Storm Atronach, a very powerful, strong, heavy hitter who appears, beats up your opponents, and then disappears again. Why, that's Alex Pereira, of course. Now what about Lydia? Lydia was maybe the toughest one for me, because it has to be someone where every player in the game will interact and work with Lydia. This is someone who helps you in battle and will help you carry your stuff, but everyone works with her. I think that's Tiffany Van Soest right there. She is a popular figure among kickboxing fans, extremely talented, friends with everyone likes her, so I think that's a Tiffany Van Soest and Lydia connection there. Now there are legendary dragon priests throughout the game, and they are usually boss fights at the end of major dungeons. They are extremely powerful, they are dangerous, and they fight very aggressively. And again, no matter what level you are, the dragon priests are extremely dangerous. To me, that's a Shingiz Alazov right there. Aggressive, forward, always trying to put you down, and no matter what size, we'll say, this person is extremely, extremely dangerous. Now where would a Rodtang Jitmuangnon fit into all of this? He is a highly popular fighter who, despite his size, is down to fight anyone. He will always be down to scrap, and he loves a good scrap, but he will go up in weight, go down in weight, and he will fight anyone, and again, he's everyone's favorite. I think that's Shadowmere. No matter what happens, Shadowmere, you could be in a fight against giants, or mammoths, or dragons, you could be fighting Alduin himself, and Shadowmere might not have a size advantage, but Shadowmere is down to scrap, and will defend you. Shadowmere knows that it won't win the fight, but will scrap against anyone, any size. Now, I had a little bit of trouble with Rico Verhoeven, picking where he fits into all this. But can I read you something? This character is a foe of all mortal races and has attempted to conquer the physical world many times. Now, I think this character fits that because Rico Verhoeven is an all-time great fighter and continues to compete, is a legendary figure in kickboxing history, but he's hated by like K1 nerds. K1 fighters seem to hate him for some reason. The whole Moroccan clan really hates Rico Verhoeven. The last generation of fighters hates him. So he's kind of hated by so many foes despite being an all-time great, and that's why Rico Verhoeven, I think, is Mehrunes Dagon. Stamp Fairtex, extremely popular figure. How about a Flame Atronach? For reasons. She stings, good fighter, fast, scary, dangerous against any opponent, and kind of hot as well, kind of hot. Maybe not the most imaginative thing I had. Maybe the Huntress would have been better, but I like the Flame Atronach for Stamp Fairtex. How about Yorland Greymane? He is the blacksmith that is the backbones behind the Fighters Guild. Now he is an important figure in inspiring so many people, and without him you don't get the Fighters Guild, so he inspired a major group. I think that's Masato Kobayashi right there. The Snow Bear is a dangerous figure at any point in the game, and without magical or ancient powers is very dangerous. So the Snow Bear doesn't have anything extra about him. It's just a great fighter all the way through and is maybe one of the most dangerous fighters in the game. And I think that's Ernesto Host. Just an incredible, intelligent fighter. No ancient secret powers or anything like that, but he is just an intelligent, hard-hitting, skilled fighter against anyone. Similarly, I'm going to put Peter Arts at kind of the same idea, but he is going to be compared to a werebear. Very powerful, has some very dangerous tools, and dangerous at any level, but again, no ancient powers, no magic powers, just a very, very skilled, dangerous fighter. Mark Hunt. Oh, I like Mark Hunt. 2001 K1 Grand Prix winner, fought in Pride, fought in the UFC, just down to scrap with anyone, and one of the hardest hitters in the game. Tough as nails, nobody could put him away. That's a mammoth right there. Mammoth can tank your shots all day and put you down with one shot. Everyone thinks they're going to be easy because they're not some magical beast and they maybe appear not to be amazing or something like that. But no, Mark Hunt is a mammoth. He can put anyone down and he can take anyone's shots. How about a frost troll? This is one of the first creatures in the game where players really find out how weak they are. And everyone interacts with them. It's a very popular enemy. It's also a huge beast. How about an Elder Scrolls for a frost troll? Powerful, powerful beast, popular among everyone, highly, highly skilled as well. So where does the Ebony Warrior fit into all this? Now, the Ebony Warrior is programmed to just be your skill levels +5 or something like that. So it's just always going to be a little bit sharper than you, always going to be a little bit better than you, and which makes it the greatest fighter in history. I think that's Attention Nasukawa. No matter who he faces, he is just that much better than his opponent. And take him into any sport. He can fight Muay Thai masters, boxers, all-time great kickboxers. Attention Nasukawa beats them all. Spectral Dragon Priest. This person appears to help you for about 15 seconds and is extremely powerful. Now, as a dragon priest, spectral, so it means it is deceased but comes back to life for 15-second spurts and is a very dangerous fighter for 15-second spurts. But it's also dead, so maybe it's past its prime. So how about a Takeru Sagawa for that one? Very popular and hated, Nazim. Nazim is a person who wants you to think that he's important. Because he talks about, oh, you haven't been to the Cloud District. Of course you haven't been to the Cloud District. But he doesn't live in the Cloud District either. He, according to the game files, he's actually homeless. He's just a guy who wants to exude being important. Nobody likes him, and he doesn't have any active quests, but he wants you to think that he's very important. Well, Nazim is Andrew Tate. He wants you to think he's very important when he's not that important. You could take him out and it's still cool. The game doesn't change at all. He's just a popular figure that people don't love. But welterweight champion Chico Quasi. Huge amounts of his career have been inspired by One Piece, which, according to my research, now I haven't seen it and I should, I know, shout it out in the comments, is a show about pirates, which means he's a pirate. In the game of Skyrim, there are pirates in the game, so I think Chico Quasi is a pirate. Arangir, he is in charge of the Grey Beards. He is a trainer of great warriors. That's a Saeed El-Badawi right there, a legendary trainer in kickboxing circles. I put together Cicero and Badr Hari. The reason is Cicero is extremely skilled, extremely intelligent, extremely dangerous, and because of his position in the Dark Brotherhood, everyone is going to interact with him at some point. Across generations, fandoms, whatever. He's a very important figure. But he's also lost his mind a little bit. I don't know. I know people are going to want to argue with me on that one. That's fine. Let me get back to you on that. Comment down below why I'm wrong. So there is a character in the game, the Forge Master, and this is the creature who has made all the dwarven... He is the power behind all the dwarven centurions. So I think this is a K1 original winner from Croatia, Branko Sikotic, the very first winner of K1. That is the Forge Master right there. And that means you have your Croatian Mirko Krokops and Antonio Plazabots as Dwarven Centurions. Hard hitters, are dangerous against anyone, heavyweight sluggers, but they're all carved by the Forge Master, Branko Sikotic. Remy Bonyaski was a really tough one to pick for me, but I think he's an Ice Wraith. He is elusive and dangerous against anyone. He slices, he is a strong, hard hitting from any position, fast, and yeah, everyone respects him. Now, there were some figures that I couldn't quite place perfectly. I want to put Parthenox and Mas Oyama together. Now, Mas Oyama was the Kyokushin karate founder, which ultimately led to kickboxing overall. So I think Parthenox and Mas Oyama goes together, but who then would be Alduin, the ancient dragon? And I could not find a good place for someone like Sheogorath, who's extremely powerful, who lives in the chaos realm, who is always hot and cold, you know, and has essentially just a random streak in him. So let me know who you think Alduin and Sheogorath is. But, you know, let me know why this list is wrong or right or whatever. And folks, thanks for joining me. This has been Kick Weekly with Tim Wheaton. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much.